let's play a game. Let's play a game. All you need is your tin. Hopefully you have, 10. If you don't, no, I'm sorry if you don't. You need your fingers and your thumbs and your attention. That's all you need. So we're gonna play a game. You need your fingers and thumbs and your attention on me, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to call out some phrases, common phrases related to things like happiness and success and goal achievement. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna start with your left hand, and what you're gonna do is if the phrase like resonates, it lands with you, it's true for you, you're like, yeah, I can get down with that, you're gonna put a finger down. Sort of like those TikToks and all that, but I don't do short form stuff, so not really anyway. But right, that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna tell you when to switch hands, and then you're gonna, in the same way. If it doesn't land for you, like you're like, no, like I don't believe that, I'm skeptical of that, like no thank you. Right? These are common phrases, right? Maybe when you hear them, you're like, yep, that's resonating. If you hear them and you're like, that's not resonating. So we're clear, right? Okay. So I'm going to start with these phrases. We're going to start with your left hand. I'm using my left hand. I don't know how this whole thing works out, what you see, whatever. Okay. But we're going to begin. All right. And I do have notes in front of me because I prepare for you. All right. So I'm going to look down. I'll let you know. Let's go. All right. Ask and you shall receive. Hold the vision in your mind. Be the blank that you want to attract. Everything happens for a reason. If you can hold it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. All right, so that was the left hand. Now let's pop over to the right hand side. Same idea. If it resonates, put a finger down. If it doesn't, leave that baby standing up. Good things come to those who work for it. You can rest when you're dead. Work smart, not hard. No pain, no gain. Kill two birds with one stone. All right, what you got? Left side, you got any fingers up? How many fingers down? Same idea, right side, what you got? And maybe you want to leave it in the comments. Just like let me know in the comments what you ended up with. That'd be super fun. I'd love to hear. So what we just did there, it was a game. It was a quiz, if you will. Very like informal and non-scientific, might I add. But a very quick and easy way for you to see which side you sort of lean on. And you might be wondering, what do you mean which side? What are we talking about? Well, everything operates on a spectrum, and on this side, the left side of the spectrum we're talking about, is the woo-woo, the mystical, well, that's it. The woo-woo or the mystical, right? That's kind of the common words that you would maybe hear, okay? And then way over here on this side of the spectrum is the more strategic, intellectual, or what I would call the methodical. Mystical, methodical. We tend to, as individuals, lean one way or another. Now, sometimes all of it resonates and you're somewhere in between, a balance of the two, if you will. Hey, hello, hi. Thanks for playing the game. If we haven't met yet, I am Heather Patterson and I am a coach, among many other things, but a coach and a teacher, educator. And I, on this channel, talk about exactly that, the mystical and the methodical, all for the sake of you and people like you to have the ability to create a happy and abundant life in all areas of life. Maybe it is business and career, or finances, or romance and other relationships, the whole thing, right? We talk about the mystical and the methodical. Now, if it is your first time here, awesome. If it is your 50th time here, awesome. Either way, I am so glad that you are here. All right, so let's talk about this whole spectrum thing and like, why does it matter? And of course, your result. So first and foremost, like have to underscore, this is a informal and non-scientific, okay? Like I just kind of found some common phrases that are out there that either will resonate with you or not, right? And so it was just like very quick way to check in. And it's just a tell to understand you and your beliefs about either side of that spectrum, because everything is on a spectrum, okay? So then why does it matter? All right, well, if you're here watching this this video, this session, with me, then chances are you're growth oriented. Like that's the kind of people that I hang out with. And so whether it's career or relationships or in your fitness, nutrition, your growth, your fun and recreation, whatever it might be, chances are like there's an area that is not operating at the level of success that you want it to be. That's who you are. Like you're always growing and expanding. I know that about you. So why does this mystical or methodical sort of spectrum matter? Well, it might be, I can't say for sure because we haven't really had a conversation, but it might be that you are leaning one way or another. And if you attempted it and began to implement aspects from the side in which you are not leaning, you may find that perfect blend of mystical and methodical. For the people who were leaning more on the mystical side, if that's you, holding the vision and meditating on your goal may not be enough. You might need to lean into taking more action, being more brave and courageous, in busting down the terror barrier that is preventing you from taking the action. Now, if you're more on the methodical side and you've been burning that midnight oil and pushing and grinding, right? What you might need to do is just take a load off. That burning that midnight oil may be the very thing that is stopping you from reaching your goal. So what do you do? Like, here's some questions to consider. This is all about your own self-reflection, your own connection to where do you fall on the spectrum. So some questions to consider, and I have these notes here for you. Have you clearly defined what success looks like? Like in the most detailed way. Can you, in an instant, pull up a picture of success in your mind for you, right? Not based on what anybody else wants, but for you. In a hyper detailed way, you can see all the little bits and pieces. Are you taking regular and consistent action in your goal? See, sitting around, visualizing, meditating, right, holding that vision in your mind is useful, yet you have to get out there, right? The universe and manifestation requires your action. It is a partnership. What fear, doubt, or worry are you allowing to impede your progress? What are you making up about the step that you know that you need to take? What are you, what I would call future tripping about and getting ahead of yourself before the outcome is even revealed? Have you already stopped yourself? In that case, that's where we have to just say, I'm going to take the action and then I'll see the result, right? That is for my folks on the, more mystical side. If you are just sitting around like, well, I've been really thinking about it and praying about it and asking God for it and da-da-da-da-da. Hey, look, you got to get into action. You have to, call up that courage, that bravery, and bust through. And then another consideration, and there are, of course, more questions that I could give you. However, another question, are you clear about what success feels like in your body, right? For my doers out there, people who are hustling and grinding and pushing and shoving their way forward, I want you to connect with how it feels and really sink in what that feels like, because all of your efforting, as I mentioned before, may be the very thing that's stopping you. So just notice, what has come up for you during this conversation? Is it that you need to begin to implement more of the methodical, more of the action taking and planning and progress? Maybe it's accountability, right? Or is it time for you to implement more on the mystical side of the spectrum, to hold the vision, to, practice your gratitude, to get, to feel the feeling in your body? What is it for you? If you really want what you say you want, you will begin to implement all aspects. The choice, though, is yours. And listen, if you want some help, this is exactly what I help my clients with. The first thing that we need to do is schedule a call. Jump on a call and I can get to know you better, you can get to know me better, and we can explore what working together would be like. All right, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.